What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, and welcome back to Old Ridge Farm in Farming Simulator 15. So if you remember from the last episode, which I'm calling the perfect storm of BP, where I just couldn't get anything right, we had sprayed lime and NPK and all kinds of stuff on the fields, even stuff it didn't need, but that's how it goes with me sometimes. I'll forget to change fill types or whatever. It was a fun episode, and I appreciate all the comments that you guys left on it. Today is, what's today? Tuesday. You guys will probably see this on Friday, sort of in between the map reviews and the pick BP's Next Farming Simulator map reviews that I'm doing. But in this episode, we have to feed the animals. Now, the cows are all set. I took care of the dairy cows, I should say. I made TMR for them. They are all good. We need to feed the pigs and the beef cattle. We're going to buy chickens and feed them, and we're going to buy sheep and get them grass and water as well. So I got a couple of things I want to show you, a couple of new additions to the farm. So I traded in, you guys probably remember from the rebuild of this map that I had gotten the Joskin animal trailer. I got that because, well, I liked it. But one of the real reasons I got it was I had made a mistake, and I thought that the Joskin was the one with the ramp. It wasn't. And I wanted the one with the ramp, which turns out to be the Flegel, as you see here, so that I could load my JCB on it and bring it to the pig and beef farm. Well, I ran into a slight issue with that. The JCB does fit. Unfortunately, the bucket doesn't fit. So I got to figure out a way to get the bucket there separate from the actual skid steer. So that's why that's down here. I've got a ton of stuff down here, as you can see. But, okay, the dairy farm is kind of the hub of the farm at the moment, so why not? Also, I picked up a couple of new toys. I picked up the this thing, which is the new CZ Mod Passion Black Lion bale grabber thing. I got this because it's easier to grab round bales in a stack with this than it is with just the forks. The forks are kind of a pain in the ass because, as you guys know, you can't stab a Farming Simulator 15 bale in the side. You need the forks to do it. This thing is detailed like you would not believe, and in fact, because I need to switch so that I can grab these round bales, I'm going to show you how this works. We're just going to have to get this fired up. And I need my HUD. I'll bring the HUD back up. And we're going to swap out implements here. So just going to back this up. I need to turn that down. It's really loud. Sorry about the flashy screen, guys. What view do I want? This one will work. As you can see, we're down to one straw bale. So if animals need straw before the barley grows, we're going to be kind of in trouble. But, okay, it is what it is. So we will drop that off, and we will grab this. I'll go back in the cab for this. Now, this comes in two parts. When you first get it, it comes on a pallet, which is really cool. Check the current state of the bale grabber. Oh, yes, you got to hit N, and you got to pick what it's actually going to be on, and then hit Enter. And, of course, Enter shuts off the tractor, but that's okay, too. Now, I don't need the whole thing. This will pick up 2 bales at a time. I really only needed to pick up 1. So watch this. If we hit left Alt and Q, you get a wrench. Now, you hit, I don't remember how to do this actually. Right arm, left bolt. Yeah, that's the one I want. I think if you hit that, you do that. You hold down the left mouse button, it puts the wrench on, and then you hit keypad 9, and it loosens it. You hit keypad 3, it moves the wrench, and you just keep doing that until it is loose. Whoops. Got to move the wrench. Again, just maximum amounts of detail in these things. It's amazing. To be honest, this is kind of cool, but after a while, it kind of gets annoying. As you can see, it unscrews the bolt after 3 turns, and then you move on to the next bolt. So you would just hit that. You would click that on there. You would hit 3 or 9 to unscrew it, 3 to move it back, 9 to unscrew it, 3 to move it back, 9 to unscrew it, and then one more time, I think. And then there you go. The bolt comes off. Now, I'm not sure what happens with the top part of this after you take it off. I know it came on a pallet when I bought it. So and I believe the pallet is somewhere. I'm not 100% certain where it is. So, and then you do this, and you hit, nope, you hit 9, sorry, and then 3. Obviously this is what you would do in real life. You would have to disconnect this in real life. So they're trying to simulate that with this, which is really cool. it's a little unwieldy. It would be kind of neat if you could, sort of skip over this after maybe the first time you do it. But okay, it is what it is. So it's just remembering what buttons do what, to we got to do this one more time. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now all the bolts are off. Detach upper arms of fork is left Alt and Q again. Oh, yep, didn't see that coming. Whoops. Okay, so it sort of spawns in the palette wherever. I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. So you must first complete the. Oh, gotta put all the bolts back on. Really? Oh, do I really have to put all the bolts back on? I guess I would have to, huh? Let's see. How do I? I don't want to put the bottom part of the I just want the bottom part. Can I just use the bottom part? I'm not. I don't think you can actually. Maybe you can. C, maybe. Oh, replace bolt. Activate wrench. Alt Q. I'm on the wrong side. I need to be on the other side of the equation here. You can see how long this takes, right? I mean, it is very, very cool. Don't get me wrong, but it would be nice if there was a way to skip this. Tighten bolt. Keypad 3. Oh, and then 9. Put it back on. 3. 9. Put it back on. 3. And then I think that's it now for that one. And you see on the bottom here, it tells you if the bolts are tight or not. So where do I need to be here? This one? N? N? And there we go. I just need to find the right side of the thing. I'll activate the wrench again. And 3. And 9. And 3. And 9. And 3. And I think that's it now. Now we can go over to the other side. Do I have bolts on these? I do. So Alt and Q. Where did it? Left Alt and Q. Nope. I need to be. How do I do this? C. Nope. There we go. Jeez. It's a little confusing. Obviously, it's a little. It'd be far more intuitive if you were doing this in real life. I don't want to unscrew the bolt. Is that one tight now? Apparently, okay. So we'll switch to this one, and 3 and 9 and 3 and 9 and 3 and 9. I think they're all tight now. Very good. Left Alt and Q. Let's find out if we can actually move this thing now. Yep, apparently we can. Very good. Yeah, gonna have to do something about that. Obviously, I didn't realize that the palette was just gonna spawn in like that, But okay. We'll take care of that afterwards. So now we can grab, we hit O and open it up in a work position. Now this has automatic loading, as you would expect. I'm not really sure how it works, but I know I was waiting for these things to be released. I'd watched a bunch of videos on how, oh, so it all does it automatically. Very cool. I watched a bunch of videos on these, pre-release videos and whatnot from Killer Croc and was really excited about it because they're really neat. And it comes with a bunch of other stuff in the pack as well. This was the thing I was really interested in because, I tend to stack my bales this way just because it's easier for me, So there is a wrapped bale grab as well, but to be honest, I don't know. I may use it just because it's going to have the same sort of locking and automatic loading function, But to put stuff in the mix wagon, it doesn't really matter because if you're spiking the bales, because in real life you'd be stripping the wrap off anyway. So, all right, whoop, crashing our brand new trailer. So there's our last straw bale. So hopefully the animals won't need straw for a couple days until everything sort of comes up. All right, grab a silage bale. There we go. Very good. I wanted to take the top part off because with the top part it'll grab 2 bales, and I only needed 1. So you can, of course, do this manually if that's more your thing. For me, I'm glad to let the implement do it itself because it's going to do a much better job of it than I will. So, and Z, thank you. Drop that in there, and go grab a grass bale or a hay bale, and we'll have some mixed rations. Bring it around to the pigs and the beef. Now the only thing about the sheep is the sheep are a long ways away. I'm wondering if it wouldn't make more sense to maybe throw a few of these on a trailer and bring them up to the sheep, so that I don't have to constantly run back and forth from here with a single bale. Well, we'll deal with that after. We'll probably do the sheep last. I do have to mow too. This may actually end up being a fairly long episode, as it took 10 minutes just to get this thing sort of set up, as it would in real life. You know, that's one of those things. You know, I'm always the guy that's saying, you know, realism, 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 and you cannot get much more realistic than that. You know, so okay, we'll disable the automatic loading, put them in transport position, lower them down. I just think these things are great. You know, and they are available on Mod Hoster, I believe, anyway. Or you can just search Killer Croc on YouTube, and he has a link directly to the uploaded.net site where they come from. So, all right, now we have mixed rations. Yep, very good. Remember to turn on the beacon there, BP, and we'll head off to the pig and beef area once I make the turn. It's so crowded down here. I need to get some of this stuff out of here, but I need to figure out a way to get my bucket loaded up on something and get it down to the pig and beef area too, because obviously the JCB's kind of role is to you know, I use it to muck out the animals down there. So, and driving it down there is you know, it's obviously not meant to be driven down the road. It's very slow, and it's not, you know, it's kind of inconvenient. So I thought it'd be cool to be able to throw it on a trailer. I don't remember who I saw do this first. It may have been Mr. Moose, a YouTuber, Farming Simulator YouTube, you guys may be familiar with. And he's the one I kind of got the idea from. I don't remember if he took a bucket down with him or not, or if he was maybe using a different version of this Flegel. There are a couple versions. I think they're all the same width. I think it's just length that they're different in, so I'm not really sure how he managed it. I may have to go see if I can find that video again and watch it and figure it out. But like I said, the skid steer itself fits in there great, but the bucket doesn't fit. So, yep, hedge, very good. Now, obviously, I have you know, 66% of a load in the mixed wagon. It's not gonna; these animals aren't gonna take that much, you know, because they don't take very much at all. But got to get them something. So they do have grain and earth fruits and straw. So don't think they need water. I will check that when we get down here, though. Could always put the rest in the dairy cows. I guess the dairy cows will always take, you know, the dairy cows take, you know, much more than the breeding animals do. So don't really have enough breeding animals to sell just yet. So kind of want to let them build up a little bit. Not actually sure if I'm supposed to go down here or not. I know I've sort of been banned from using this grass, but I don't know if I'm actually supposed to use this right away or not. I believe it is a right away. So I think I am certainly legally allowed to use it. And until somebody tells me otherwise, I'm going to keep using it. So, no, this is going to take very little of this. Yep, as I expected, but that's okay. They got plenty of straw, so they're good. Go get the other one. Go get the pigs. And then we'll go back to the main farm, buy some chickens, get them some wheat. They don't need water, apparently. They only need wheat, so I have a little bit of wheat in storage. There we go. That's done. Don't really need to be mucked out yet. These guys, anyway, there's not a lot of muck in here just yet, so. Went around, checked all the fields before I started recording. Everything seems to be okay. Everything seems to sort of recovered from my nonsense of the last episode. I just realized that this is episode 50. 50 episodes here on Old Ridge, you know. I wish I had something special to do for it. But again, it's just, you know, daily farm stuff. Feeding the animals, making mixed rations, mowing. You know, I want to get another cut in. I don't want to run out of hay or silage or anything. Going to mow fields 8 and 9, probably do fields 8 N9 for hay, and maybe do the, or maybe do those for silage and do the dairy meadow for hay, I guess. These guys are all set for straw. Again, not a lot of muck down here to move just yet. Plenty of water by looking at the fill level there, so that's good. So I was having a talk with, whoops, what did I just do there? I just disconnected the thing because I'm a big idiot. I wasn't quite at the unload, no! Cut it out. Cut it out. That's what I want. I wasn't quite at the unload point when I clicked the button, though. Now, are these guys full? Yep. Okay. Yeah, so I was having a talk with Mike the other day. Went down to his place and you know, kind of hung out for a little while. Had a talk with him, and he was telling me about the Crawford Brown situation. Apparently, Mr. Crawford Brown has been running around with somebody who works in his office. You know, I would explain sort of why he's been. I don't know. I don't know if I want to use the word happy, but definitely happier. You know, he actually talked to me a couple weeks ago. You know, which I thought was odd, but again, I don't really put a lot of thought into the Crawford Browns most of the time, unless they're actively trying to do something to me or actively, you know, being involved with my operation. So, you know, now. You know, it's funny because obviously it's a buzz around the parish. It's a small area. You know, everybody knows everybody. And anytime there's anything juicy like that, it's going to get bandied about, especially in the pub. You know, we get down there and we have a few and we get talking about it. But I don't see her leaving him, you know, for the simple fact that that's bad for the image, right? You know, divorce and all that, plus the money, you know. I think I don't know that she'll put up with it, but she'll probably put a stop to it, you know, and that'll be the end of it. That's the way I see it going anyway. I just know that I don't want to run into her or cross her over the next few months because she is probably not going to be somebody you want to mess with all this going on. So I was also talking to Mike. He was telling me a story. I'd asked him a while ago, why don't you bale? They don't do any baling over there on his farm, which I found odd, you know. And he was telling me the story about his father's, one of his father's hands, Dan, who, you know, apparently worked at the farm for quite a while, and you know, one of the, you know, sort of first mass-produced balers that were available, you know, back in the day, and there was a pretty horrific accident, from what I understand. You know, Dan got his hand, you know, his arm crushed in one of the return arms in the baler, you know, and I guess Mike's father had to cut it off to sort of save his life, you know. I can't imagine that was pleasant. You know, obviously baling technology has come a long way since, but they sort of put a prohibition on baling and balers on that farm that still is enforced to this day. So, you know, I can certainly understand that must have been a massively traumatic experience. It makes me definitely think about using my baler, you know, now in the future. Of course, nowadays, you know, baler blocks are pretty much done automatically. You know, you just reverse the pickup, you know, and spit the stuff back out again. So it's not quite as, you know, dangerous having to stick your hands inside the baler anymore like it used to be. So, which is good, you know, because that's one of those things where you sort of hear that story and you get a mental image in your head, and it's a little tricky to get out. So I'll definitely be thinking about it the next time I bale. Oh, one of my favorite tasks in the world is trying to back this thing up. Got to back it up either way. Either you back it in or you back it out. So I figured, why not back it in, because I have a little bit more room to maneuver on this end than I do on the other end. So I don't know if the animals are going to take any more of this or not. You can see the cows are getting real low on straw, and I don't have any to give them. So there it goes. There goes the mix wagon going crazy on me again. It's just because of where the wheels are in relation to the drawbar, you know. So makes it a little tricky to back up. Just got to take your time, be careful. Let's see how much of this they'll actually take. Oh, they may take it all. That's okay. That's good. At least I won't have to feed them for a while. Well, a couple of days, probably. Yep. Let's take a look and see how they're doing, actually. Oh, we're going to have some rain tomorrow. Awesome. It's about time. Oh, is that hail? No, I think that's hail. We're going to have hail tomorrow. Ugh, we need rain, not hail. That's not great. Let's see. Go to cows. I got quite a bit of manure and a little bit of liquid manure, so that's good. Going to need that. They're good for everything else except they're a little low on straw, but there's not much I can do about that. So we'll go check the other animals. Total mixed rations, yep, they're good. They're getting a little low on water, but they won't take very much, so it's not worth bringing it down. There's a little bit of manure in there, but not a ton. Three of 6 beefs altogether, 5 pigs. They're good with everything else. Yep. Okay. Very good. So, all right. So let's go ahead and we'll go get this parked up somewhere here, and go to the main farm, grab a tipper, get some wheat, buy some chickens, and get started with chickens. Why not? Now, can I? It's so crowded over here. I really need to figure out what I'm doing with some of this stuff. In fact, I might as well just grab that tipper right there. You know, for the tiny little amount of wheat that I'm going to need. Oh, that's not going to work. That's going to be in the way of the manure of the slurry spreader. Whoop, don't crash into the trailer. That poor trailer. It's only been over here for about 10 minutes. I've already hit it 4 times. Can I leave this right maybe here? I don't know if I'll be able to disconnect it here or not because it's a trigger. No. Damn it. Where can I put it? Where it's not going to be in the way. Can I? Nope. Oh, that might actually work. Yeah, let's leave it right there. Why not? And we'll grab this tipper. And... oh, jeez. I don't need this massive tipper for a tiny little bit of wheat for chickens. Oh, you know what? I do have an... you know what? Can we use a Ross box for that? We actually can, can't we? Yeah, let's... yeah, okay. We have all those Ross boxes. I mean, that's going to require running all the way back down to the... oh, no, you know what? I may have another option, actually. I may have another option. Let's go down to the store real quick. Why not? I'm not sure if this is actually going to be a feasible option or not, but we're going to try it anyway. Geez, BP, you wonder why you never make any money. Because you're just so willing to spend it all the time. As I mentioned in the last episode, our potato harvester is down here. It's done having its maintenance done to it. Had all the tines changed. Had some discs sort of machined back to roundness. You know, had some hydraulic hoses and whatnot replaced. So it's just easier to let them do it. It wasn't ridiculously expensive, so going to have to haul that back at some point as well. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at... are they in this? These things. Wheel loader, front loader, telehandler. You can't... these won't go on a... no? Oh, universal shipping tray for use on wheel loaders or also on a tractor via 3-point suspension. Okay. Can I dump them is the question. Obviously, they hold just about everything. But can you dump them when they're on a... well, you know what? For $900, might be worth taking a look at it. Default color, sure. I don't really care what color they are. Oh, I don't know if you can dump these, because I don't have any small tippers, like really small tippers, and I need a really small one. I mean, I have the Ross boxes, and if that ends up being our only option, then that's, you know, that'll be fine. But these are kind of cool, you know. And so, all right, where is it? I keep forgetting stuff spawns in over here. There it is. Now, I don't know if you can tip this with a 3-point. I'm pretty sure you can probably tip it with a front loader, but... hook unlock. What does that do? Oh, you can. Excellent. Now, so that unhooks it, but can you actually tip it? Press mouse buttons for additional controls. Oh, it's just for... okay. Well, we'll hook it. We'll lock it back up again anyway. Oh, and we'll go see. Because it just seems silly to me to bring a big tipper down there for a tiny little bit of wheat for chickens. So. And I'm sure I can find another use for this around the farm as well anyway. So maybe for potatoes or whatever. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to show you guys. If you remember from the last episode, I'd mentioned that we had the contractors come in, steel building people come in, put up a couple of sheds over our potato and sugar beet area. I just didn't like the fact that the potato and sugar beet area was kind of open to the air, you know. So I decided to have some sheds put up. Amazingly how quick that showed up. You know, big 18-wheeler showed up with a bunch of steel, and you know, and about 8 guys with a telehandler showed up, and I mean, it went up. Honest to God, they put up 2 sheds in about 4 hours. It was impressive to watch. You know, they had a telehandler that they used to move all the steel around, and it was very, very impressive. So, and here we go. Now they're really big, but I got a deal on the bigger size. You know, obviously, whatever they have in stock that they can't sell very good, they're going to discount. So to get the smaller ones would actually cost more than to get 2 big ones. So they're a little big, but that's okay. I don't mind. And now my stuff is covered. So, all right, let's go put some wheat in this thing and see how this works. Obviously, probably have to buy some chickens first, but you know, this is another case of me just wanting maybe something cool, kind of hanging around the farm. You know, I think these things are kind of neat. If I could see what I was doing, that would be handy. Oh, start filling. Okay. Wheat. Start. Now, obviously, I don't need 2,000 liters of wheat for chickens, but let's go see if this is a thing or not. I suppose one way to test it would be to try to dump it back in there, I guess. Dump it back in the silo. Let's see if that's going to work or not. Another thing I'm thinking about is putting up drying sheds and maybe tearing down the silo. Silo is really expensive to sort of operate and everything, you know. And I think it might be easier in the long run to just put up a couple of drying sheds. I have the room for them, so, or use the sheds that I have over here as drying sheds. Do I have to X? Do I have to unhook that? Well, apparently I can unload it. Oh yeah. Okay, very good. It works. Awesome. Oh, cool. And it actually does all that by itself. Awesome. Okay, so we have our new sort of chicken feeder box here. Obviously, I may buy a couple more and use them for other things. Maybe potatoes in the, you know, in the fields to refill the sowers and whatnot. So now, where is the wheat? That's the egg box there. Where? Oh, there it is. I see it. I should probably get a hen house. So I don't. Oh no, I don't need it because the eggs will all show up right there, I believe. So, okay, very good. I wouldn't imagine this is going to take very much. No, I didn't think it would. Okay, let's buy some chickens. How many chickens are we going to buy? Chickens. Nope, not mods, silly. Not mods. Cut it out. Animals. That's what we want. Cow, beef, pig, lamb, chicken. $70. Okay. Let's buy, and I apologize for the flashy screen, guys. Let's buy, I don't know, 30 chickens, 40 chickens maybe. It's going to take a minute. I apologize again for the flashy screen, but this is really the quickest way to do it. I should probably get the buy many animals mod, you know, but I think we're going to buy, let's just go to 40, I guess. 39 and 40. Okay, there we go. And back and back. Oh, and there we go. We have chickens, and they make a lot of noise. But we have chickens, so you know we're something I haven't done in a very long time, actually. Can I put any more wheat in there? Oh yeah, a little bit more. Oh, okay, very cool. Now I just want to run through and check and make sure that they don't need anything. I don't see a water thing. Nope, just wheat. Okay, so 41 chickens, obviously 40, and then the rooster. They have a little bit of wheat, so that's good. Now, where can we leave this? We're going to need a sort of a chicken feeding area. Well, you know what? We can actually leave it inside of one of our new sheds here. So all the triggers are still here for the sugar beets and the potatoes and the wood chips. All I did was get rid of the conveyors because, you know, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the conveyors anyway, you know. So I'd rather just load it either with the sort of Marhu conveyor or maybe with the with a front loader, you know. So we'll just leave that right there. Why not? Oh. But there's the potato trigger, the wood chip trigger, and then the sugar beet triggers over here. I didn't move any of that. All I did was get rid of the conveyors and the conveyor triggers. So, all right. So now we need to go and figure out what we're going to do with the sheep. Do we bring a trailer and grab some hay bales, or do we just go up there with maybe 1 or 2 bales I don't know. I don't know. Either way, we're going to have to bring 2 tractors because, well, not either way. I mean, if I go through the whole process of bolting the, jump back in the cab, bolting the grab back on, I can bring 2 bales up, which would probably be enough, to be honest, for like 20 sheep. But if I bring a trailer up, we're going to need, because I'm not really, well, you know what? Okay, let's do it that way. Where is the trailer? Oh, the trailer's down at the pig and beef farm. Darn it. So I didn't need to bring this, because we're going to need the Ford, so. Oh, I'm pushing my luck with that Ford. I really need to figure out what I'm doing. Whether I'm going to buy another front loader tractor or whether I'm just going to keep sort of saying, well, you know, our acreage doesn't really restrict us from using this and blah, 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 so. Especially with Mrs. Crawford Brown being in such a bad mood. And I certainly can't blame her, you know. Being cheated on is no fun, so. Okay, well, all right, you know what we'll do? We'll do this. Do I really have to run all the way down there, get the bales? No, that's stupid. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and we will bolt this back together again. As ridiculous as that is. Or can we... No, you know what? We don't even need that. We can actually just do it with the regular... yeah, let's do it this way. We'll do it with the regular forks because they're just grass bales, so no need to worry about spiking them. So it'll be a little tricky to get them, but it'll be easier in the long run. Or do I really want to use this thing? All right, you know what? That's fine. Let's go. Let's have a little fun with this thing again. Activate wrench. And just got to remember what to do here. 3 and 9 and 3 and 9 and 3 and there you go. There's that one. And we'll switch to the other one here. And 9 and oh, BP, what are you doing to us here, buddy? There we go. Switch to jump over the side here. C, that one, that'll do. Back up a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Jeez. I mean, it's really cool, but I can definitely see it. I mean, again, this from the guy who's always saying realism, 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 right? Oh, left Alt Q attaches the upper parts of it. There it goes. Now we need to put all the bolts back together. Right arm, right bolt. Right arm, left bolt. I don't know where I am, actually. N. Let's put a bolt on. Activate wrench. Left Alt Q. I'm on the other side, aren't I? Of course I am. Okay. And just so I can get a view here. 3. And then 9. No. I think that's it, right? And then, is it C again? C. N. Where did I put that bolt? Left Alt Q, we'll find out. Ugh. Jeez. If you knew you left from your right, BP, that would be a lot handy. I apologize for this, guys, but, you know, it's kind of fun in sort of a, you know, maybe tedious way, you know? Obviously, in real life, this is what you'd have to do, so... Probably in real life, I would never take the top part of this off, to be honest. All right. C. And, hey, I got it right. How about that? Alt Q and 3. Okay. I think we have one more left, right? One more left to do, wherever it may be. Yep, right there. So, replace bolt. Gotta wait for the bolt to scroll all the way down. Activate wrench. Can you imagine the amount of effort it must have taken to do this? I mean, that is just crazy. That is really, really crazy, but really, really cool. Okay, here we go. And we're good because I can move it. So, gotta remember about that pallet, though. Gonna have to put that pallet somewhere. Either that or just never take this off again, I suppose. That's one way to handle it, I guess. All right, now let's go and grab some bales. Work position. Enable automatic loading because I want 2 bales, but gotta make sure I get grass bales and not silage bales. So do this inside the cab, maybe. Might be a little better. Yeah, there we go. Be nice to be able to grab this step. Yeah, perfect, 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 perfect. All right. I need to be able to see what I'm doing, so I'm smashing everything on the way out. Okay. Let's go to the sheep farm, where we haven't been in a very long time. I haven't been to a sheep farm in, geez, months, I think. Like one of the first couple of episodes, we went up there, so I just got to remember how to get there. I'm going to go the way that I know how to go, so if it's kind of the long way around, I apologize, but... Now, again, would you come down the road with 2 bales, you know, on the end of this thing? I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not, actually. But it just makes more sense to me to do it this way. So then maybe try to go and, you know, load up a trailer and whatnot. And I may do that. I may load up a trailer and do a bunch of grass bales, you know, and bring them up that way afterwards. But to get them started, I think this is probably the way to go. One thing I did do is I went around the edges of all my fields and cultivated them. Because there were a lot of weeds growing in them and stuff. And yeah, you know, it maybe doesn't really affect the yield because of the headland situation that I have going on in those fields. But they just didn't look very good. So I decided to clean them up. Definitely looking forward to buying new fields come spring. I'd like to get a couple of fields. Probably field 11 will be the first field I buy. And then I'll cut it into 2 fields and grass off the top bit. Just because it'd be kind of it's going to be not great to work in the configuration it's in now. So I hope these grass fields the yield is decent. Probably what's going to happen, we're going on 40 minutes now. Probably what's going to happen is I will do the mowing and the raking and the baling in the next episode, just to keep this episode from being an hour and a half long. At least this episode went, you know, fairly smooth. I got to show you some cool stuff, you know. Oops. I just caught my headset wire with my arm. Almost ripped the headset right off my head. I apologize if you heard a loud noise there. I don't want to go in this way because this way goes over all those scary bridges. I'm bound to dump a tractor in the river over there eventually. So I like to buy this field 4 too. It's a decent sized field and it's a good shaped field, you know. So that may be another field we look at. Easy, don't take down the fence. And here we are at the sheep farm. Again, haven't been here in maybe since like the 2nd or 3rd episode, actually. It's been a very long time. Obviously, you have lambs up here and sheep. I don't know if I'm going to do lambs or not. You know, I probably, if I'm going to keep this series going for a very long time, I don't know why I wouldn't do them, you know. But, okay, we'll park this here. Let's go ahead and lower this down so I can unlock them, so I can actually spread them. There we go. That's really cool. I got to say, I really like this thing. I think it's really neat. And we will buy some sheep. Sheep. And again, I apologize for the flashy screen incoming. 1, 2... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm buying beef cows. Darn it. Well, now we own a few more beef cows. Pay attention, BP. I'm like, I don't own 33 sheep, but I didn't have it on the right thing, so... I think I'm going to buy... Let's buy 30... Yeah, let's buy 30 sheep. Why not? Flashy screen. I can't even look at it. 30. There we go. So we have 30 sheep now. And there they are. Very good. Jump out of the tractor so I can move around. And we will get them some grass. That's one. Can I spread this other one, or do I not have enough? Nope, apparently that's full, so that's cool. Not a problem. Can always park this somewhere, you know. All right, cool. How do I, if I want to pick this up again? I think I have to back out of its collision zone, I think. And then go back forward again. It should grab it. Yep, there it goes. Okay. And I will just put it over here. I'll probably bring a whole bunch up here, actually. And unlock it. Very good. Back away from it. Yeah, I really like this thing, because this is the way I like to move around bales. So we'll turn that off. Put that in the transport position. And that will be that. I'll bring some water up here off screen, just so I don't make this video, ridiculously long, as I tend to do sometimes when I'm having a good time, when I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. So let's see. Do we want a screenshot of our new sheep? Maybe that'll be the thumbnail, if I can get over there. That is. I'm stuck on the fence. Yeah, let's get a screenshot of our new very loud sheep eating. Why not? Alt H and hit that. And there we go. So there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, more maintenance-y stuff, but we did get the animals all set. So now we have dairy cows, we have sheep, we have chicken, we have beef, and we have pigs. We might as well get lambs. Maybe in a couple episodes we'll get lambs. I'll obviously get some water up here for them, for the sheep, get them all ready to go. And they can start making some wool, and we can start transporting that around. That should be interesting. Although this pack does come with a very cool set of forks. That'll probably make that a lot easier. As always, guys, make sure you let me know what you think about this episode, about the series, about the map, about the game, about anything you guys want to talk about. If you're new to the channel and you just stop by and you like what you see, please click the like button. It helps me and the channel out immensely. Also, consider subscribing. It's the best way to be notified of when I make a new video, which is pretty much every day. Thanks, guys, for everything you do for the channel, for your support, for your comments, for your suggestions, for your tips. Thank you, guys, for all the map suggestions, for all the great comments you've been leaving on that Pick BP's next Farming Simulator 15 map series. It's been awesome. 2 more maps to go, and then we'll start the voting, and hopefully next week we'll be starting on a new map. And as always, guys, thank you so much for making me a part of your YouTube day, and this is the Bipolar Prophet saying, see you later.